This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A Moses Lake man sentenced to life in prison for aggravated murder in 2013 will be resentenced.
It's like a supermarket for job seekers. Thursday's job fair at Big Bend Community College drew.
It was a state quarterfinal matchup for Moses Lake girls basketball taking on University.
Royal Knights boys basketball played a tightly contested game with the Northwest School this morning.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A Moses Lake man sentenced to life in prison for aggravated murder in 2013 will be resentenced after an appeals court reversed his convictions of drive-by shooting. A jury found Anthony Vasquez guilty of aggravated murder in the first degree with an aggravator of drive-by shooting, 3 counts of drive-by shooting, unlawful possession of a firearm, and tampering with a witness. Vasquez shot and killed 22-year-old Juan Garcia in September of 2013 outside a convenience store on Patton Boulevard. Vasquez was sentenced in 2016 to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The state's Division III Court of Appeals ruled Vasquez's conduct fell well within the definition of first-degree murder, but it was not a drive-by shooting. Under state law, a drive-by shooting requires a close proximity between the shooter and their vehicle. Court records indicate Vasquez ran 63 feet from his vehicle and around the corner of the store prior to shooting Garcia. The shooting was captured on surveillance video, and the appeals court stated because Vasquez was neither inside or near his vehicle at the time of the shooting, the state failed to present sufficient evidence justifying the drive-by shooting convictions, as well as the drive-by shooting aggravator, ruling the convictions and aggravator must be reversed. The appeals court ruled Vasquez must be resentenced for non-aggravated first-degree murder, which does not carry a mandatory life in prison sentence. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
So all of our positions are on our website, so you can definitely look. We're doing about 70 openings right now.
It's like a supermarket for job seekers. Thursday's job fair at Big Bend Community College drew big crowds. Positions up for grabs range from entry-level to professional occupations. Employers like Boeing, Washington State Patrol, and REC Silicon were present.
Every employer that's here has a position that they're trying to fill, at least one. Many have multiple. There's 87 employers. So even some of the employers have up to 15, 20 positions they're trying to fill. Our agricultural food processing plants and our healthcare are our number one draw.
Matthew Trineman with Genesis was on hand talking to folks about assisted living careers.
Anything, we're here because we want to let the youth here, especially the students here at Big Bend, know that there's job opportunities in the community. I think that's important, and this is open to anybody in the community. But we want to help the community out by letting them know who we are and what we have to offer and for employment.
Big Bend's 2017 job fair yielded over 200 hires. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
It was a state quarterfinal matchup for Moses Lake girls basketball taking on University. A back-and-forth first quarter had Moses Lake up by 2, 15-13. The Chiefs then caught fire in the second quarter, outscoring University by 9 points, leading 37-26 at halftime. Jamie Loetta led all scorers for Moses Lake with 18 points at the half, including 4 3-pointers. University clawed back in the third quarter to cut the lead to 9, but the Chiefs took control late, winning easily 71-60. Jamie Loetta led the show for the Chiefs with 32 points and 7 assists. Abby Rathbun finished with 17 points and 9 rebounds for Moses Lake. Moses Lake star Jamie Loetta was proud of her team's tough defense throughout the game.
We just know that our defense is going to be the start of keeping the lead, so we come back down and score. We work with each other and for each other, and that's what starts it all.
Moses Lake will next face top-ranked Central Valley tomorrow in the state semifinals. Tip-off is set for 3:45 at the Tacoma Dome. I'm Sean Wells for iFIBER 1 Sports.
Royal Knights boys basketball played a tightly contested game with the Northwest School this morning, but ultimately fell 50-46. Royal led for the majority of the game, especially in the first half, where the Knights led by as much as 8 points. It was the Northwest School's three-point shooting that was Royal's undoing. Out of the 16 field goals the Northwest School made, 11 of them came from behind the three-point line. Late in the game, the Northwest School's Isaiah Janot missed a 1-and-1 free throw to give Royal one last shot. With time expiring, Royal was able to get the shot it wanted, but ultimately missed, giving the Northwest School the win. The season isn't over for the Knights, who can still place in the state tournament. Royal plays tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. against the loser of the Linden Christian vs. Kingsway Christian game. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.